Hello, and welcome to Thinkin' Thursday. This is a new series that I'm doing to help you change your attitude around so that you can change your future. Did you know what you think about, you bring about? When I was a teacher, I had a poster in my room that said, "Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, for it becomes your destiny." So it really is true. What you think about, you do bring about. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this series. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Let me know you're here in the comments. This was an impromptu live, so you may be catching it on the replay. And if you are, as my good friend Suzanne Castle says, hashtag replay in the comments. If you're here right now, let me know. Say hello. I want to know that you are here. And I want to hear your thoughts on what I'm thinking too. So Zig Ziglar says, "You are where you are because of what you put into your mind." And that is so true. Years ago, we started, we would get up in the mornings and we would sleep till the last minute. We'd get up and get in the shower, and then we'd, listen to the music, get in the car, go to work really hard all day, come home, just crash, grab some dinner, and then go to bed and get up the next morning and start it all over again. And we realized, when we were getting ready, we'd have the news on and we'd be talking about, the shooting or the crash or all the negative things that are going on. This is an election year. And so a lot of people are down because, politics can, get pretty nasty. And it just, all of this negative stuff comes into your mind in the mornings. And then we expect to get good things out of our day. Like, how does that work? No wonder we weren't progressing the way we wanted to progress in our career and in our business. And so we changed that because we heard somebody talk about, if you put negative things in your mind every day, you're going to get negative things out. So we started changing that. We started getting on YouTube and we started finding motivational speakers like Jim Rohn. We started listening to Jim Rohn. We started listening to Tony Robbins and John Maxwell. And we started finding all of these people that are putting great things out there that were better for us, that got us in a better frame of mind. We started listening to people like Gary Vaynerchuk and Alex Hermosi, and we started listening to people who were teaching us how to do things that we wanted to do. We found Sean Cannell and we found Daryl Eves, and we started listening to people who could teach us things because we realized, and I'm an educator, I know this, that learning never stops. That once you stop learning, you just start going backwards. So you always want to be learning something new. So putting good things into your mind really goes a long way into the outcome of your day and your attitude, because the way you show up shows. It shows in the energy, it shows your body language and the way that you dress, everything. And it all starts with, how do you feel that day? And so you can control that by controlling what you are putting in your mind. So turn the news off. And look, I'm not saying don't ever listen to the news or don't be informed. We want to be informed, but don't let that consume you. Also balance that out and do more about listening to the content. We also started reading books. Think about this. The great thing about reading books is if you're always on the go, you can listen to Audible books. That's what we started doing. Started listening to it. Zig Ziglar talks about automobile university. You're in the car, you're stuck in traffic. Do something positive with that time. Download a book, listen to a podcast. And yes, I put on YouTube in my car. I do, and my kids make fun of me because I listen to videos, but I do, and because it is educational and it really helps me. I love to find podcasts that I like. And by the way, if you've got a favorite podcast, be sure and pop it in the comments because I want to hear what you're listening to. But I used to not read a lot of books, and now I read a minimum of a book a month because I always have a book going. My friend and mentor Tom Ziegler says he reads a book a week. But we always have something going. We always have something playing in your phone. You can read books. And one of my favorite tips about reading too is that I'll get the hard copy and I'll listen to the Audible book, and then I'll come home and I'll look at that chapter and I'll go in and highlight, or I'll underline the books. And there are times where, if I'm tired and I want to read and I'm thinking I don't really want to read, I'll pop the Audible in, turn it up, turn the speed up, and I'll read along in the hard copy and I'll have the Audible read to me. But I'm reading. And studies show that people who read and people who listen to educational content do better in their careers. I mean, people who make over $75,000 a year, statistics show that I think it's 75% of people who make $75,000 a year or more read a book a year. Well, think about if you're reading a book a month. I mean, what is that going to do? You're consuming great content, you're expanding your vocabulary, and you are learning. And then that motivates you, changes your attitude, and gets rid of all the stinking thinking that's going on in your mind. So, what are you listening to? Change that up, put positive things in your mind, because we know that you actually do have the power to change your life. And so, by doing that and putting good things in your head, then you can change your future. And here's a quote that I love: you can change where you are by changing what goes into your mind. Zig Ziglar, one of my favorites. And so let me see who's in the comment here. Oh, here's my friend Paul Maynard. Hi, Paul. Glad you are here. Your favorite podcast is Where Everybody Knows Your Name, hosted by Ted Danson and sometimes Woody Harrelson. Oh, these are great tips, Julie. Thanks so much, Paul. I bet that is good, based on Cheers, the TV show Cheers. I'll have to check that out. Thanks, Paul, for sharing that. So if you were going to start by changing your future, you're going to have to change what goes into your mind. You're going to have to take action. And so taking action is also something that changes your mind. So when you take action, so think about this. When you get up in the mornings and you say, I want to get up and I want to go work out in the mornings, you made this deal with yourself and you've got this goal set and you want to become healthy and you're going to go work out. The alarm goes off and you say, maybe I'll go at lunch, or maybe I'll hit snooze, or, those habits that you have are really hard to break. Well, if you get up and get going, then do you know that you are actually growing a part of your brain? And I had to write this down because the anterior mid-cingulate cortex actually grows in your brain when you do something you don't want to do. Did you know that? You can grow your brain even as an adult by doing things you don't want to do. And this part of the brain we find is larger in like athletes because they get up and do it even though they don't want to. We find high performers, high achievers. This is bigger in their brain. Their brains are bigger, this part of the brain, because it grows because they do things they don't want to do. So think about this. When you don't want to do it, you're going to get up and do it anyway. And when you do, your attitude is going to change. Action will change your attitude. Take the action, because no one ever says, oh, when you leave the gym, no one ever says, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. No. When you take that action, do what you don't want to do, grow your brain and change your attitude. But here's what happens. If you make the deal with yourself and you say, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go work out, and you don't do it, you're going to regret it. And that's going to have a negative effect on your attitude. So if you make a deal with yourself, make sure you do it and grow your brain, because the action alone will help to change your attitude. You have to put a sticky note on your mirror that says, listen, turn on the book, turn on the audiobook, find the video, to the motivational video, put the sticky notes on there, put a reminder in your phone. And if you are having trouble getting out of bed because you want to get up maybe 15 minutes earlier so you can read, because you want to schedule this time to read and take the action, this is going to be important. Well, you want to make sure that you actually do it. So move your phone. Don't keep it by your bed. Have it so you have to get up and go somewhere, because that's going to make you take action in a positive way. The third thing that you want to do is don't procrastinate. If you find yourself in a slump today and you think, I need to get out of this mood that I'm in, do it now. What do I need to do? Do I need to go for a walk? How am I going to change the energy that I've got right now? I've got this negative energy coming in. I don't want to do this. You know what? I'm going to put my shoes on. I'm going to go for a walk. Change your clothes. Put on workout clothes so that your body knows that you're ready. Don't wait, because if you wait, then you will find that a week is going to go by, and then a month is going to go by, and then a year is going to go by. And then the next thing you know, you're going to be stuck where you are, and you've got a bigger hole to dig yourself out of, really. Don't wait. Get going, because it's costing you something if you don't get started today. So my 3 tips: change what goes into your mind, and that will help change your future. Read, do educational books, do something, stay away from the negative news. We're not going to, maybe not always, get rid of the news, but don't make it such a priority. We're going to take action. We're going to set timers. We're going to do it, and we're going to grow our brain when we do that. And we grow our brain, we're going to change our attitude. And the third thing is we're going to do it now, because it costs too much if you wait. So get started today. If you found value in this, please let me know. Be sure and follow me, because I'll be doing this weekly. And make sure that you let me know what you want to hear. And do you do something different than what I've shared today? I want to know. Put your comment in and make sure you let me know that you saw it on the replay. I'm Julie Jones, your host and the Chief Encouragement Officer right here at Today's Professionals. And we're going to change your stinking thinking so that we change your future. We'll see you next time.